Hey, it's Rachel. For my second video, I really wanted to do a grocery store haul. And that's because in my last video, I talked about all of the foods that we're not eating in January. So we're not eating gluten and sugar and dairy, and you're probably thinking to yourself, well, what's left? So I'm hoping this video gives you a better idea of just all of the food that we can eat in January and have fun with. So yesterday, on day one of the Whole30, I went to Trader Joe's. Almost all of this food is from Trader Joe's. I either go there or I go to a farmer's market. And so some of that is also going to be from the farmer's market. But when I make my grocery list, I think of 7 categories, and that's kind of the way that I'm going to break up this video. Now, veggies should be in every single meal, every single day. When you make your plate, it's really good to have veggies as a significant portion of it, just because they are filled with micronutrients, minerals, vitamins, all of those good things for your body. So I eat a lot of them, and therefore I bought a lot of them. We have green beans, Brussels sprouts, shaved Brussels sprouts. Now the difference between these two is 20 cents. And it is about 5 minutes of work to chop these into these. And to me, that 20 cents is worth it. A huge bag of kale and spinach. These are shishito peppers. There we go, shishito peppers. I've only seen these at Trader Joe's, but what these are, they're peppers, and like 1 out of 5 is spicy, which I think is kind of fun when you're eating them. You really don't know if it's gonna be a spicy one or a regular one. Whatever, they're fun, I like them, I buy them. Baby carrots, all right, focus, yep. So baby carrots, you'll see I've already gotten into them because, you know, it's Whole30 day 2 today for me and I was hungry. But baby carrots are great as snacks, and typically you're not supposed to snack on the Whole30. The reason you're not supposed to snack is the majority of the time when you snack, it's because you're bored. You're at work, you're working on a project, you just need a break. So what do? You go get a snack, and we need to break that mindset in order to think of just food as, okay, I'm hungry or I'm not hungry. But carrots are great for when you actually are hungry. Grab a bowl of carrots. They're incredibly filling, and it's funny because as the Whole30 progresses and your sweet tooth kind of changes, they're actually really sweet. One thing that you'll notice is almost all of these veggies are fresh, and that's because I think that frozen broccoli is disgusting. I know it's just me, it's mushy, it's a texture thing, but there is nothing wrong with frozen veggies. If that is how you get your veggies in, because if you buy it fresh, it'll go bad, or frozen is just more convenient for you, buy it frozen. Seriously, those, you know, microwavable ones, if that's how you do it, you do it. But I just like my fresh veggies, with 2 exceptions. I bought these at Trader Joe's today. There we go. Which are just peppers. Peppers are really expensive fresh, and I thought, let's try the frozen. I'm just gonna put it in the skillet anyway, and I wanna kind of see what the texture is like. And then I also got these fire roasted ones, which, again, just experimenting. So I bought these from Trader Joe's, which they're just purple sweet potatoes. They're Japanese sweet potatoes. Brittany on YouTube was the one that introduced me to them, and I've kind of become obsessed. I also get white potatoes, which are now Whole30 approved. You can eat white potatoes. You can also have spaghetti squash, is a really nice starchy carb, or starchy veggie, and really any kind of squash. So butternut squash you can have. I just didn't get them this time. You can eat fruit on the Whole30. You can eat as much fruit as you want on the Whole30. There are no restrictions. The only restriction is maybe don't have fruit in a smoothie because when you put it in your blender or you juice it, you lose all of the fiber and like the skin of the fruit and things like that. They're really good for you. Now, I am not a fruit person. I don't know why, it's just a thing. I much prefer vegetables over fruit, with one exception, and that is green apples. I love green apples. Only green, mostly because they're more sour than sweet. But to show you guys, I also bought oranges, which Jake really likes eating oranges, and so I bought those. This is a place where I think it's really worth it to spend the extra money to get organic, to get pasture raised. Factory farm meat, there are tons and tons of documentaries out there that will make anyone turn vegan because factory farm meat just should not be touched. So I get all of my meat from the farmer's market, and namely what you'll see is one farm in particular. It's called it's called Jake's Country Meats. They come to the farmer's market here in Chicago, but I think they're based in Michigan. So if you are in this area, I highly recommend checking them out. They raise pigs. It's all pasture raised. And so I buy a lot of their products. But when you get them, they're frozen and then you just defrost them. But these are their jalapeno brats, smoked pork chops, their uncured raspberry chipotle bacon. I will also get grass-fed ground beef, or one thing that I want to experiment is more fish. Again, this is also from the farmer's market. One thing that I didn't have with me today just because we are out, but I buy my eggs from a farmer at the farmer's market. She sells double A eggs, pasture raised. They are $5. They are the best eggs I've ever had in my life. But buying organic or pasture raised or even just cage-free eggs is super, super important. That can be a whole separate video. So like I said, I get them from the farmer's market, but if I can't go to the farmer's market, I found these Phil's Fresh eggs, which are cage-free. There are really maybe three types of cooking oil to cook with on the Whole30. The first one is olive oil, and I just have this little cute thing from Rachel Ray that makes pouring it out really easy. The olive oil that you want to get is just the regular olive oil. It will withstand higher temperatures versus the extra virgin olive oil. That's the kind of stuff that you want to put on your salad, use for dressings, use for homemade mayo, that kind of thing, because it can't stand the heat as much. Another oil that can stand really hot temperatures is the organic, let's see, focus, organic coconut oil. This is actually from Target. Target does a really good job recently of having organic or having, health food just with their brand for cheap. And so I really like this. Their brand is the Simply Balanced brand, and I buy that. And the third one, which I don't have, I should have picked it up with at Trader Joe's, total blonde moment, was ghee. You might not know what ghee is. It's clarified butter. It's basically just butter. It kind of has like a nutty taste to it. Like I say, you could get it at Trader Joe's, and that's really great for eggs, for roasting vegetables, that kind of thing. I'm just gonna have to pick it up next time. One condiment that I always get, that I will always get, is hot sauce. I'm obsessed with the Cholula brand. This is bigger than my head. This is my baby. I put this on eggs, on meat, on everything, even if I've already seasoned it. I just really like it. But yeah, hot sauce. Totally Whole30 compliant, but read the ingredients to make sure there's no sugar. Other one that I like to get is mustard. Spicy brown mustard from Trader Joe's. mustard is great because it gives you that flavor. There's hardly any calories in it whatsoever. So I like to mix mustard with olive oil and make that as a dressing on my salad. I know it's really weird, don't knock it till you try it. But if you want a more traditional salad dressing, you've got balsamic vinegar. And then finally is almond butter. Take a look at the ingredient list because it should only have almonds or cashews or some other nut, but you don't want sugar. Almost every single traditional brand of nut butter has sugar in it, so you just have to do some digging. This one is from Trader Joe's. It's their almond butter, but the ingredients list says cashews. Sure, okay. Number 6 is, what are you going to drink? And you are going to drink water. You're going to drink so much water. I used to hate water. I swear to God, I can taste every little particle and something in it. The only way that I can drink water is if it's straight from the fridge. So if you are like me, if you hate the taste of water, buy a Brita. I fill this up. I always keep it full and I always keep it in the fridge, and I don't know why, but when the water is cold, it's just, it just tastes so much better. I also have coffee, and this is from just a local place by us. For the most part on the Whole30, you will drink coffee black, and you're probably thinking, that's gross, I hate black coffee, what am I gonna do? You can also put almond milk or coconut milk, or there's this thing called bulletproof coffee that a lot of paleo people do. That's all fine. For me, I found if you buy good coffee, if you go to a local place, if you get the beans and grind it yourself, if you use something like an AeroPress or, you know, another clever coffee maker thing, the coffee can be so good. And that's the point of drinking it, right? It's not, coffee isn't a vessel for cream and sugar and for all those things. Coffee is supposed to be enjoyed, so why not buy the good stuff? Ever since doing my first Whole30, I have come to love spices. And I'm not talking necessarily about like the Mrs. Dash that you see everybody and their mother buy that's kind of pre-made. I buy individual spices. Ginger, coriander, garlic powder. Yeah, okay, you get the point. I also have basil. I also have dill. Like, all of these are great. You can have beef with one spice one night, and you can have beef with another spice the other night, and they will taste completely different. But that's it for today's video. If you did a grocery store haul, you know, let me know what you bought. If you're doing the Whole30 and you have questions, leave them in the comment section down below. Do you have something that you buy every single time you go grocery shopping that's Whole30 approved that I missed? Please let me know. But that's it for today. All right, bye guys. Okay, so number 3, again, like I'm looking at the camera. Don't look at the camera. Oh, here we go. So it's chipotle pepper, salt. Oh shit, can't eat it, it has sugar. Okay, we're gonna have to cut that out. Now, okay, next.